Hey guys, how's it going? It's Dragox55 here, and here we are with Constellar deck recipe. I was explaining what this deck does and the cards, and then Audacity decided to wonk out on me, and I was not very happy, and I had to delete this recording. Well, the recording before, yada yada yada, boring stuff. Basically, we're redoing the deck recipe. I didn't really even get that far, I only got to this guy, so. Alright, let's get started. Constellars. Constellars is a deck where it is a light-based XYZ deck. Their whole thing is to XYZ. A lot of things they usually do are normal summon based. They swarm out the field by being normal summoned, and that's basically how they work. They make XYZs that basically go along the lines of bouncing stuff back and keeping themselves safe from spells and traps. They do have one that boosts their attack as well, but I really don't see that one played too much, I don't think. But on the other hand, I've only faced one Constellar deck on here, so it's kind of hard to tell what people will do with Constellars. So yeah, but the way I see it, I usually make either rank 5 or the rank 4s. I haven't made the rank 7s yet, and anytime I battled Constellars, they usually made rank 5s. And I mean on Dev Pro, not on here. So yeah, so I do have some experience with Constellars, and I am here to tell you what they do. Now, first off, before we start on Constellars, you notice that there's Brotherhood of the Fire Fist right at the beginning. Keep in mind that you will see this in decks like Bujins, you'll see this in decks like Fire Fist, obviously. Anything that's really Beast Warrior based, I guess you could say. Due to the fact that if you see Tenki in a deck, you'll most likely see a bear. So keep that in mind, because bear is something you don't want to underestimate, but it's really not that dangerous unless you're battling Fire Fist. So, anyways, let's get into Brotherhood of the Fire Fist Bear. His ability is when he does battle damage, you can only activate this effect once per turn, of course. You get to set one fire formation spell card. Gorilla is the other one, and that sets traps. So, anyways, here's the thing: is he can send one face-up fire formation card, spell or trap to the grave and destroy one monster on the field. So that's his whole thing. Mostly some people will just leave him on the field with a 10 key, leaving him at 1700. Some people will use him to blow up a monster like Marshmallons and whatever. So yeah, that's a thing. Next we have 3 Constellar whatever. We're just gonna call you Constellar Al. I'm sorry that I don't know how to pronounce these. I know I should learn how to pronounce these, probably in the next video I will. But yeah, so Constellar Al. What she does, or he, I don't know. When this card is normal summoned, you special summon one level 4 Constellar monster. Not one level 4 or lower, not whatever, just a level 4. Which this whole deck is basically level 4s anyways. So yeah, keep in mind that since it does say that, it prevents the other Constellars from getting their effects other than this one, and that's pretty much, yeah, pretty much knowing too that are an exception when it comes to this card. Constellars usually, oh my nose. Constellars usually require the ability of normal summon to actually get their effects to go off to swarm the field. So yeah, if you could prevent the normal summons, that stops Constellars way in their tracks. So if you're playing Constellars, watch out. A good deck to kinda compare to this is Monarchs, due to the fact that Monarchs need to be tributed summoned for their effects, but if they're special summoned, they do not get their effects. So it's a great way to compare decks, like compare to a closest deck that there is. Yeah, that's pretty much all you have to know. So basically you summon him or her, whatever, and then you bring out another card and then you exceed. Next you have this card, which is the only card that you can search with Tenki other than Bear. And basically, this card cannot be used as synchro material, and up to twice per turn you could increase or decrease the level. Now, in the duels I didn't have a rank 3, but I added one just a few minutes ago, so that pretty much helps out now. But basically, you want to usually use this along with another card and make them both level 5s to make rank 5 exceeds, and then you can either make Gaia or you can make the rank 7 card, Constellar card, so yep, basically that's the thing right there. As I said, if it's brought out by this card, it doesn't matter, it doesn't get bugged, it doesn't do anything different. Its effect is not hurt by this card, so good thing to know. Next we have Pollux. Basically, when this card is normal summoned, you can normal summon a Constellar in addition to this normal summon. Now, you might notice when you summon this card, you're like, okay, where's my extra summon? Why isn't an effect going off? How this effect works is weird in my opinion. But since it is a you can effect, you have to go into the hand, go over to a Constellar, and normal summon it. If anyone was curious on how this card actually really worked, that's how that works, okay? I'm pretty sure you guys knew this already, but for those people that are having trouble with this card, that's how that works. Right. So basically you normal summon this, then you can normal summon this, special summon this, make your rank 5, even normal summon this, bring this out if you want to, but a really, really, really good play, in my opinion, is bring this out, bring him out, activate his effect, the banished one, to bring a card to your hand, hopefully you bring this, then you can use this effect to normal summon again, it'll normal summon this, to bring forth this card. You'll have 4 monsters on board, you can do a lot of damage, you can make rank 5s, you still make rank 4s, you swarm out the field, really good. You don't even know how good that is. If you have that much advantage, but that would require you to have this in hand, this in hand, this in the graveyard, another Constellar monster in the graveyard, and then to have this in the graveyard as well. Or even this in hand, this in hand, this in hand, and this in the graveyard. I know it's complicated, I know I don't really pull it off in the video, I just thought I would tell you guys if you were curious. Anyways, to Constellar Sheratan, and basically what it's saying is when you normal summon this card, you can add 1 Constellar from your hand. It's basically a searcher. The downside of it is it's rank level 3 and only 700 attack. So most likely your opponent's going to run over this. You can play stuff like Luminize and, well, Honest. But really, once this card does its thing, it's done for. Just, if you can get in defense, it's good. If you can't, then, oh well, this card dies. It's not a minus, unless if they OTK you in some ridiculous way. So yeah. Only 2 of them because of that certain particular reason. 3 Sombres because of the fact that it's actually really good. So apparently it has a ability when it's in the grave, you can normal summon a Constellar with 1 less tribute. Which, if you have noticed already, we don't have anything level 5 or higher. Which is probably really slow the deck down in my opinion. Anyways, the second part of this is what we came to know. So for this effect is to activate, you have to have one Constellar in the grave. But you've been rank exceeding into stuff, so having Constellars in the grave is not too hard. You banish one Constellar, and you have to banish Constellar to get this effect. To target one Constellar in your graveyard, I usually would target this, or I would usually target this, or this, whatever is needed at the moment. And then I would use the other part of this effect. After it adds target to the hand, you can also normal summon that monster, which, as I've already gone over, when you normal summon this card, or this card, they get an effect to swarm out the field a lot more, except for this one, that just thins the deck a little bit more. And as I said, for a combo, that's really good of a combo. Summon him, activate his effect, banish, I guess this, whatever. Get this, summon this, special summon this, make a rank 5, whatever. You guys can try it out and make whatever you feel like. One honest, you're playing a lot full-on light deck. Constellars are full-on light except for the Fire Fist Bear, but really it is a full-on light deck, so it's there for that goodness, goodies and whatever. Now we have one Marshmallon. If you choose to, you can switch it out for another Sheratan, but I feel the need of having a Marshmallon due to the fact that it can stall out longer. Oh yeah, that's the effect of honest. Anyways, I feel that Marshmallon just stalls out longer for everything, and yada yada. I've gotten over Marshmallon for sure, and I'm pretty sure I've gotten over honest. If you don't know what honest does, for no particular reason, I guess. Oh, photons, that's where you have seen it. For anyone that doesn't know, when your opponent attacks, or you attack an opponent's monster, you drop this from your hand, and it only works with light monsters that you control. A light monster you control. You gain the attack of your opponent, and your opponent loses attack equal to your monster. So basically, yeah, that's all you need to know. One Photon Thrasher, leave it on the field is the only thing that can attack. If any other monsters on the field, it can't attack. Also, it's used for XYZs, pretty much. The only reason's there, 2100 beater, why not? One Thunder King, it stops a lot of special summonings. It stops spell books right in its track. That's why it's at 1, of course. And stops a lot of decks from searching. One Darkhole gets rid of monsters on the field. Double summon brings out 2 monsters, which is really, really good. What the heck? Did they really change the effect of this? You can conduct normal summons sets this turn, not just one. What? I don't understand what the heck that's supposed to mean, but okay. And which basically opens up 1,000 more plays. 2 Tenkis basically adds a level 4 or lower Beast Warrior from your deck and gives 100 points more to all your Beast Warrior types. You only have 1 Tenki out on the field per turn. What? Oh, you can only activate 1 Tenki per turn. And basically it only works for this card and this card. So yeah, basically it gives them a 100 boost, but they don't stick around too long to care. Forbidden Lance, we've gone over it. It protects your cards from spell traps and decreases something by 800. Use it to defend, use it for offensive, either way, it's a really good card. 2 Lance, gets rid of back row, or Mystical Space Typhoon, gets rid of back row. 1 day apiece, lets you draw. You could play Pod Dualities if you prefer, but I don't think it's really necessary. So that, oh, give me a second. Okay, as I was saying, 1 day apiece, 1 day apiece. Oh, Pod Duality you could play, but you can't exceed, so which would basically make the whole point of swarming not too pointless, but really kind of bad too. I guess, I mean, they're not bad attack points, I guess you could say, but I wouldn't leave them on the field by themselves too long, because they pretty much can get destroyed really quickly, I guess. I don't know. I honestly don't know. If you were to do pod duality, I think they'd be fine. I like 1 day apiece personally. Because if you don't have something, then it'll protect your life points. I use this card defensively nowadays, but, you know, you can use it to just draw quicker. Also, make sure you activate this during main phase 2, because if you activate it during main phase 1, then you can't do damage. One reinforcement of the army, it searches out Pollux. It searches out Thrasher. And that's pretty much it. One Bottomless gets rid of something, destroys and banishes it. Call the Haunted, bringing something back. I really enjoy this card a lot. One Compulsory, bounce something back to the hand. Pretty much fits this deck a lot. Kind of like how it fits my Penguins. 2 D-Prison. Now, this is an optional tech, but I personally like it due to the fact that it gets rid of Mecha Phantom Beast, since apparently a lot of people are running that for whatever reason. Mecha Phantom Beasts are not a bad deck, but on the other hand, they can be if you don't have tokens, and their monsters aren't really strong, I don't think? Whatever, I don't know. I wouldn't know how Mecha Phantom Beasts work. Basically, this takes them out. This takes out a lot of things. Just run 2 of these. I mean, I know a lot of deck recipes say use 1, but 2 of them really does a lot of damage to your opponent. Fiendish Chain. This also is a very annoying card for your opponent to deal with. So basically, yeah, you target a face-up effect monster, and its effect is negated, it cannot attack, it can switch its position, and when it's destroy this card, but it's whatever. That's basically stop effects. You can switch this out for effect failures, you can switch this out for the Luminize and the extra deck, or side deck, whatever you choose. 2 Mirror Force, you activate it, destroys your opponent's attack position monsters. I think it's good enough in there because it helps protect your monsters a lot more. Solemn Warning stops a summon, of course, by spell trap or monster. If you do not have 2,000 life points to pay, you will not be able to use this, and it becomes a dead draw at that point. 1 Torrential Tribute destroys all monsters on the field, basically to clear out the field if you need it to. As for the extra deck, we have 1 Zen Mains, protects you basically for like 2 turns unless they go crazy XYZ. Omega, you detach 1 during either player's turn, and all Constellars are affected by spells and traps for that turn. Does not include already activated spells and traps though, for some reason. I don't know. Because I tried it, and Kaiser Coliseum still destroys this for some reason. Or Savage Coliseum, my bad. 2 Paul whatever. You detach 1, return a card to the hand. Really good effect. Really annoying to deal with, really good effect. Also, the XYZs are banishable by this card, so keep that in mind. Also, you can return them back, I think. No, I don't think you can return them back to the extra deck, but I could be wrong. I could be very wrong, so don't take my word on that. 1 Pro, whatever this is, it gains or you can detach 1 during damage step. Your Constellar monster will gain 1,000 attack until the end phase. So really good effect. 1 Constellar M7, whatever. I'm not sure if it has some rank up ability thing that you can do, because I know a lot of monsters randomly do for some reason. Basically, you can exceed this on top of, and this is where the whole thing comes into play. But this, you can rank this. You know how the tutorial said you can't exceed using an exceed monster? Well, you can exceed with this. You can use this, bring it out, then you would exceed into this. And if you have an XYZ, blah blah blah. You bring this out on top of another XYZ, that's Constellar. And it cannot activate the effect to turn it summoned, it looks like. Or if it's brought up by that way, I don't know. There's the effect. Basically, you need to know that it can detach one to target one monster on field or in graveyard to return it back to the hand. Which basically can shut down a lot of things. Really good card, rarely gets to see play though. Unless if you really need to do anything about it. Didn't know it was a machine actually. Thought it was like a dragon or something. One Daigusto, just refills the deck. Just ends the duel by doing 800 damage. You use this on top of one of your rank 5s or rank 6 to basically exceed into this. And this could do piercing damage. So if you make like Volcasaurus activate its effect, then you can put this on top of it. Really good when you're playing rank 5s and 6s. Really good. A stroke, put something face down defense. Volcasaurus, you destroy a face up monster and inflict damage equal to that attack. Probably one of the best things ever. This card, I really like this card personally. It brings stuff down to 0 attack and it negates an effect. And if it's destroyed, you draw a card, so either way. This one, it can't be destroyed by card effects and by battle. Wait. This card's effect can only be blah blah blah. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects. At the end of the battle phase, if this card attacked or was attacked, target one card destroy that target. Oh, okay. I'm assuming this card can be destroyed by battle, but due to the fact that 2600 usually won't. Or your opponent won't think about that whole situation. So I think you can destroy this by battle, but I could be totally wrong. And during the end phase, you have to detach one. But this card usually goes in for the attack, and then it'll blow up a monster, which is really annoying. Oh wait, no, it's just one card in particular. Okay. Never mind, that is very annoying. And one Wind Up Arsenal Zen Rai-oh. Once per turn, you can detach one XYZ, target 2 set cards, spell, trap, monster, whatever, and destroy them. Keep in mind, when you activate this effect, it is mandatory that you blow up 2 things. So if you can't target 2 things, you cannot activate this effect, and this basically helps to deal with face down stuff your opponent does, or if your opponent's just sitting there stalling by setting cards. So yeah, that's that. Luminize, there's this effect, it's basically honest. You negate an attack to give your face up light monster attack, and yada yada until your next end phase. Reason it's not in the main deck is due to the fact that Omega makes it so that your Constellars aren't affected by spells and traps, so there can be situations where this card could be very useless, and yeah, so keep that in mind. So I rate this deck. I actually give this deck a 8 out of 10. It really does what it needs to do. It's not even really that bad of a deck. I mean, you could get a dead draw. You kinda can. Not really. The deck goes smoothly enough. If it takes a little bit to understand, but you know, it's easy to figure out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Other things to worry about: Catastor wrecks this deck. Ally Justice Catastor. Yeah, you don't want that out when you're dealing with this. I'm pretty sure I went over a card that negates an effect. Yeah, that was this one. That one can negate an effect, so yeah. But other than that, yeah, watch out for Catastor. Catastor wrecks this deck. Ally Justice can wreck this deck. Anything that goes way too fast for this deck. If you can't get into your rank 5s, Mecha Phantom Beast can destroy this. Obviously, Dragon Rulers can wreck this deck to make it for a whole new day, but what deck can't Dragon Rulers wreck? Remove from play really kinda does hurt this deck, but oh well, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you enjoyed the deck, leave your comments in the section down below. Tell me what your thoughts are. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? What would you change about it? What would you keep the same? Yada yada, you know, stuff. I'm looking forward to other deck requests. There are like 1,000 more deck requests that I still have to do. The next one up is actually Fire Fist, I think it is. I'm pretty sure Brotherhood of the Fire Fist is up next. So yeah, be looking forward to that, and I will catch you guys next time. Hopefully this video wasn't too long, and I will catch you guys next time. Dragox55 signing out. Have a good day.